Hello and welcome to another Royally Rich Lifestyle Show with me, Ian Pelham Turner.
And with me, Helena Chard.
Let's roll the titles and let's get on with the show. Well, Helena's got some more incredible royal news stories. The royal family never ceases to amaze me. Helena, what's been going on?
Oh, we've just got lots of birthdays, that's all I can say. There's lots of birthday bunting. So we're going to start with happy birthday, Prince George, 12 today. Can you believe it? He's so tall as well. I was thinking about it, the lovely video that's been released, and there's been a lovely photograph as well by Josh Shinner, who's taken this lovely picture of him, and he looks really relaxed and beautiful. He's grown into himself hugely, and yeah, so it's quite exciting to think as well that he'll be going off to his big school. This is going to be a year where he is at the moment, but he's had a very sound upbringing. If you think about the Prince and Princess of Wales and also his maternal grandparents, he's been a very, very lucky boy.
Well, and he also has this incredible younger brother, Louis.
He does. Very fun Prince Louis. I think George is pretty good fun though.
Yeah.
If you see him at the football matches.
Precisely, he's very animated, isn't he?
Yeah, really animated. And moving on to Queen Camilla again. Birthday wishes to Queen Camilla. 78. Can you believe it?
My goodness.
78. And
well, she's looking good on it, isn't she?
She's looking brilliant. Her birthday actually was last Thursday. Beautiful photograph released by Chris Jackson, where she's just looking really relaxed, wearing this wonderful, it's like a natural shot, wearing this lovely clothing with animals on, and just looking relaxed and beautiful. I bet she didn't realise she'd be working so hard at 78. I mean, she probably thought she'd retired all those years ago when she was about 40. But no, she does incredibly well. But we also saw her in Devonport, the naval base in Plymouth, where she's been given this wonderful title of Vice Admiral. Now, this is a first, Vice Admiral for the UK, first given by King Charles, because obviously she has everything, so it's something quite special. And
well, for the woman who has everything.
Yeah, for the woman
that's
who has
her
everything.
birthday present.
Yeah, absolutely.
A ship.
Not the actual ship, but the position. And so she was at the ceremony for the HMS Astute, which is it's the submarine. It's a flagship submarine,
Yes.
And the celebration was its first commission that it's been on, and it's the longest ever commission in history. I mean, and this is an amazing, I think it involves nuclear power and everything, so it is a pretty amazing submarine. But we saw her where she was giving speeches, and she was actually awarded this clean film. Is that right? Yeah, clean film on a holder. What a niche gift. Why was she? I know, why was she given that? But anyway, so it's to do with history, and so there's always the tech side of things, which is super duper, you know, fixing engines, etc. But I think there was a naval guy who actually used clean film, and it worked. It was to maintain a vacuum in the middle of the sea, and he used clean film. So she was given this as a present, which she duly took back.
I bet she was very pleased with that one.
Do you know, she looked absolutely thrilled. You know, I'm sure it would go a long way. Grandchildren's sandwiches and things like that. But I think obviously King Charles and Prince William, it would be made of seaweed, wouldn't it? And I wonder if this was. I don't think so. Just traditional, so not so good. But for her birthday, she has been at home. And she's always so relaxed at home, spending time with her grandchildren. And I've forgotten the name of where she's stayed, but it's
it's her own house, isn't it?
Something, isn't
yes,
it?
It's her own house. Yes.
It's her own house where she's truly relaxes. It's always a
Yes.
time to unwind with her grandchildren. So good for her. Best wishes, and long may she be working. In fact, she'll be thinking of retiring soon, I'm sure. But the next birthday will be Princess Anne. And that will be a very special one, 75, and we'll be hearing more little tales about her. So that's to come very soon. Moving on, Princess Beatrice, who looks so fabulous these days. She's got an amazing stylist, but we were really thrilled to hear that she's actually honoured the late Prince Philip, her grandfather. She's taken on a new role, which was a role that he had, and now she is patron of the Chartered College of Teachers, no less. And this is a professional body that looks after, empowers and really supports teachers in general. So how lovely is that? And it's interesting to see that she's been given this official role, and it does make you think about the future. I do think the cousins on occasion will be helping out, so that was lovely to see. So that's great. And finally, I told you it would be quick today, we have been looking at, and just in awe, we cannot believe it. So there's a new portrait of the king, but not a normal portrait. It has been revealed that the AI robot called Ayata has produced this picture, and it's called the Algorithm King. Now, I think it's amazing, but it's also a little bit scary. And I have to say, it doesn't capture that kind of, you know, the twinkle in the eye and that stance that you get when you see King Charles when he's had his portrait taken, you know, on all those sittings. But nevertheless, is truly quite astounding. She's also painted the late Queen and various other things. But I think we're going to end there.
We are. And I was just thinking that I've looked at Charles over, obviously we are both photographers as well, over the years. I don't think he's ever been really comfortable having self-portraits or having portraits taken. He's always gone with it, but I think it really sort of comes back to his early years when I think underneath all of this bravado that has to go with being king, he is quite a shy person as well at times.
Yeah, I think he thinks things through. He's very particular. He likes things done very, very well. So I suppose he'd be thinking, you know, when Ian, when we're taking photographs, and you have some people that are really just laissez-faire and relaxed, and then you have people that are thinking about their hair and their look and their expression and how they're standing, and all the rest of it. And I think he slots into that category.
Absolutely.
But always good to see him and his portraits.
Yep. Anyway, we're just going to take a short break, and then we're going to come on to our luxury news. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Well, first of all now, we're going to show and talk about, guess what, the most expensive dress in the world, which we're just about to show you.
Wow, so the most expensive, it's called the Nightingale of Kuala Lumpur. How amazing. I mean, it's a sort of glimpse of extravagance, but what makes it so expensive, Ian?
It's $30 million. This is how much a dress like this costs. And so it's made of taffeta and silk, and it has a 70-carat diamond and 751 Swarovski crystals embedded in the dress as well. Now, the dress itself, it took 1 month, and it took 20 designers to actually put this dress together under the auspices of Faisal Abdullah. And the dress itself was inspired by Hafiz's poem, The Rose and the Nightingale. So what do you think of having the most expensive dress in the world, Helena?
Well, I have to say, I sort of almost don't want to call it a dress, because it's a masterpiece in fabric and diamonds, because it's the artistic, you know, nature of it, and the time and the care and the love that's put into it. When you call it a dress, I don't know, for some reason it simplifies it, but you think about all those diamonds.
It's strange, because it always reminds me of, many years ago, I was working with the Queen's milliner, Philip Somerville, and Philip loved to get any publicity at all, and one time I suggested to him that perhaps we created the most expensive hat in the world, which we duly did with the help of Garrard's, the Queen's jewellers, and the hat was worth £750,000. This is going back 20 years ago now, and it was encrusted in gold and diamonds of that period.
Amazing.
And when it went to Ascot for Ascot Ladies' Day, you couldn't see the hat because there were 20 security guards circled all the way around it. And I just wonder, the wicked side of me wonders whether or not this dress is accompanied by about 20 bodyguards just to make sure it's never stolen.
It absolutely will be. And just to say, it's not actually Swarovski crystal, it's 750 real diamonds, with the centerpiece being a show-stopping 70-carat diamond, because if it was just Swarovski crystal, that wouldn't be quite the same. But yeah, it's pretty stunning, isn't it?
It is.
I don't think I'll be running around in town with that on.
No.
But, lovely, lovely to see.
And now we're going to talk about what is the most expensive, people who are really into having the most expensive holiday in the world.
The Kismet yacht.
The Kismet yacht.
It is.
And how much is it?
I mean, it's something like 360 million, and it's owned by Shahid Khan. And Shahid Khan is the owner of Jacksonville Jaguars as well as NFL. So pretty amazing. This yacht is 122 metres, which is roughly 400 metres long, 400 foot long, and that's actually longer than a football pitch, I believe. Mega yacht built by Lursen, and it was delivered in 2024. But the thing that stood out to me is that it's available to charter for a mere $2.5 million per week. And it actually does go up from there.
I mean, what's 2.5 million to people like ourselves, I think?
Goodness me. But apparently it can go up to something like 5 million by the time you put the insurance
the
on,
food on,
the private pleasure, and things like that. So I found it astounding. I have to say, it's not anything that I would go for. I find it's almost too much. I mean, this yacht has 5 decks, and as we can see, it's absolutely Art Deco aesthetic, Italian marble, French crystal, even has a self-playing piano and culinary world-class chefs. And I think that notably recently it was docked in New Orleans ahead of the Super Bowl in 2025, and obviously drew a huge amount of attention. And the funny thing, well, as you know, I like facts, but it normally homes 12 guests. It can home more, but it significantly increases insurance premium-wise. So, and there's a big difference between private pleasure and a passenger vessel. So it's no more than 12 guests, but quite a lot of crew. So there we go.
And it also has 8 staterooms, but I gather there's jacuzzis around the ship as well. So, I mean, this is pure luxury, and it's won, I think, an award recently for really the quality of the ship and its design as well. So, this is part of where we like to sort of talk about things that in reality is luxury, pure luxury itself.
It is. But I have to say, even saying this, I know it's luxury and we're talking about money. Not all expensive things is purely luxurious, you know.
Yes.
But I think on this occasion, it's obviously has the wow factor completely.
Absolutely.
And outdoor cinema, DJ station, and I think the grand piano, the self-playing one, is the Bugani. And not to forget the 4 bars.
Yes.
I mean, so for people that want a little bit of a break,
Absolutely.
I'm sure it would be a special one.
Absolutely. So stay tuned, because now we will have our great friend Sangeeta Shrestha on to actually talk about communications. Welcome back. Now we have Sangeeta Shrestha with us this afternoon, who's a communications professional, writer and researcher. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Welcome.
So basically, just describe what the type of skills that you have and the types of communications that are needed nowadays in order to actually for business to become successful.
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, I've been working as a communication professional over 15 years now, working in different international organizations rather than the business It's more of the social business kind of thing, like social organizations, particularly focusing on the development sector. But obviously, it works on any sector, whether it's in a business or whether in a corporate sector or in the development sector. Communication is equally important, and that's the reason, like the communication professional work, the position is everywhere in all the sectors. Coming back to your questions, what is needed to have a successful communication in any organization or any business? Basically, at the moment, communication, the role of communication itself is considered very important, and in any organization you see, like which never earlier maybe people wouldn't have thought there is a need for the communication person to be looking after, but nowadays, like every organization you see, like in order to thrive and have a successful, whether it's a business or any kind of social enterprise or corporate, there is a position in communication. If not, they take the external sources as a consultant, they hire the consultants. That's where we as a comms professional work.
Wow. So as a communications expert, you're always driving the message of every organisation.
Yes.
And are you like your own entity? You're like a consultant in the field?
Yes, at the moment I'm working as a freelance communication consultant and giving my services to different companies and organizations. Also being a writer, having a communication skill for myself is very important for me, because I've been writing, whether in the organization or in my own as a fiction writer, writing, and then like the same communication skills have been very much useful to apply as a writer as well, to build myself, to build my own kind of communication, how I communicate whether it's a novel or whatever I write or whatever I do. So it's helping me in a way, the communication professional side, bringing to my writing or to put myself as a writer as well.
And your origin is from Nepal, and you write a lot about that. Please show us your books, because you have this library of books now that you've written. We are very impressed.
I would love
this
to
afternoon.
have, but I don't have many. But yeah,
a
couple of books. Yeah.
If you'd like to hold them up, so.
Oh, this is the novel which was published when I was 18. This is the republished one. So when I was 18 and published, it had a different cover. But now this has been published last year, and I'm still getting lots of responses, very good feedback, even at this time, after many years as well. So I'm very lucky to have this republished. And this has recently been in the Waterstone and the bookshop as well. So I feel very lucky, and I'm very much thankful to Waterstone as well, having this book in the bookshop. So it's a kind of dream come true for me. Yeah.
That's amazing.
And this book is being translated as well. I'm translating the book, and the first chapter of the book was also accepted for the recitation in London next month in August, in one of the Novel London organization where they take the novels for recitation. So I'm reciting the first chapter of this one, which is translated already. And the name of the book, this novel in English translation, is Worst Vermilion. So I'm the one who's translating, and the first chapter is already been accepted for recitation. So I've been very fortunate in this sense as well. Yeah.
Excellent. What other ones do you have as well?
So this is another book. This one is the short story collection, Rose's Odyssey. This book has got 20 short story collection. Actually, this is the third time I'm here with this book. Yeah, I've been here 2 times already talking about this book, and the second time I was talking about my work, and then I brought up I talk briefly about this book as well. This is the short story collection that was published last year as well, and I had many book signings, and there's another book signing coming up on August 9 at the bookshop in East Green Street. If you are around, please do visit me. I'll be there at the bookshop just with not only this book, all the books actually available for purchase as well. Yeah.
Great.
And I'm very much thankful to John Pye, who is the owner of the bookshop at the East Green Street, and the encouragement he gave to me and the opportunity he gave to me for the book signing is commendable.
Oh, that's lovely.
And yeah, this is another book, The Himalayan Sunrise. This is the collection of poetries, interviews, book reviews, and artworks. So it's not just mine, it's got the collection of number of other writers as well. So overall, this gives the glimpse of Nepali literature. So someone who doesn't know anything about the Nepali literature and have got this book, like the person will have basic idea like where the Nepali literature is going, what is happening, and where we want to be at this point. So it's a unique collection and it gives the overview of the Nepal's literary landscape in a typical Nepali flavor. So this is about this book. This is available on Amazon. And the next one is A Glimpse into My Country. This is also the book I edited with another editor, Andrew Rovi. She lives in France at the moment. And this book got also the 20 short stories. So the short stories, the anthology offers readers opportunity to experience the culturally diverse stories from Bangladesh to Zimbabwe, and Nepal to France and India. So there are lots of stories, writers from 7 countries. So it's a unique kind of book. And fortunately, this book was also placed as a textbook at the University of California in Irvine in 2023. So with all these books, I feel very much fortunate, actually. Yeah.
Gosh. So is it your upbringing that's, influenced all your books or your writings?
Actually, it's my passion for writing since childhood. I used to write poetry, and then I started involving at the school magazines, college magazines, becoming the editor, compiling others' articles and poetries, write-ups as well. And after college, I started working as a freelance journalist as well for some time. So it's a love for words and creativity, I would say. Yeah.
Fabulous.
Now, you're also an expert in creating sustainable development in corporate social responsibilities. Just give us a really good insight into what should corporate companies who wish to really resonate with communities, with charities, and help the world at the same time, what should they be doing?
There are a number of things one has to do, isn't it? There are a number of sectors we need to think of. Everything comes when having any organization or business to run. But at the same time, since I'm a communication professional, I would say communication is the backbone of the organization because without communication in a proper place, we cannot think of having a sustainability within the organization as well. So we need to have a proper communication planning as well, where we want to be, what we should be bringing in, because we cannot exist just alone. Any organization to survive, we will be communicating with different organizations, different people, different sectors. So we need to have a robust kind of communication strategy for any organization.
Excellent. And you're very interested in the arts in general, and I think you work within an organisation where you have lots of artists around you. Are you able to? Is that right? And I know that your daughter also, not only is she super intelligent, she's also an artist.
Yeah, I mean, my husband is an artist as well, and my daughter is an artist. So having artworks all the time, seeing them painting. Now also, my husband is preparing for Qatar International Art Festival in December. My daughter is working as well to have. So they have booked the whole big, space. So they are working on the big paintings at the moment. So art is always there, and seeing their love of art and me being a creative person, a writer, and at the same time, I had been always exhibiting in various organizations wherever I worked, whether it's in United Nations, I work in Nepal, UNDP, or at the World Wildlife Fund, the larger international organizations where I had been involved in exhibiting. When I was in Nepal as well, I exhibited in other countries, sending those art not just art, like photographs or exhibiting materials. And I was also involved in having some exhibitions in Pokhara Museum as well in Nepal. So exhibition has been always part of my job as a comms professional in the organization. And when I saw my daughter and husband doing the arts, so I always insisted having them, the artworks exhibited. So it was me initially, like, I booked the exhibition hall and then ask them, like, okay, we need this many of the artworks to have this exhibition. So it was the first time in 2019 we exhibited at the Hot Theatre. So we booked the entire theatre, 2-story, and we didn't have that many of the artworks. So we needed to book 1 year ahead for that. So after 6 months around, then we went to the exhibition hall at Hot Theatre, measured every corner of the hall on the top floor and the bottom floor, and we had to, because we had to fill up the entire portion, and we needed to develop more artwork. So both my husband and my daughter, they started painting more so that they could fill, and we had to buy the size of the canvases as well according to that. So it was like first we booked the venue and then the painting started recreating. So by the time within 6 months they had the whole lot of collection. Now my whole one room is full of artworks. So
you can't get into it
on
anymore.
every wall.
yeah, every wall. Yeah, I have got artworks in every rooms, everywhere,
Gosh.
every corner, and also one art studio as well at home where they have all the collection. It's like I can say like an owner
like
of the
gallery.
art business as well.
It sounds like it. Do you collaborate with other artists as well, and sometimes bring them?
Actually,
Just
this is
share
another part where I do at the Universal Peace Federation, obviously. Since my love and passion for art as well as the literature, when I did the book signing at the Universal Peace Federation, and the event was called Palette and Prose, which we named because we had the art exhibition and we had my book, The Rose's Odyssey, this book, sorry, this one. So this one was launched, and at the same time had the art exhibition of my husband and my daughter. And maybe the UVF officials, they see me, like having so much of involved in art, in literature, and I was starting to be invited in different occasions in the art related. And Robin and Margaret proposed me, and then also I was chosen as the chair for the International Association of Art and IAACP, International Association of Art and Culture for Peace. So I've been very fortunate to be in this position where I will be able to serve and then promote everyone's art and art, literature, different kind of art. Yeah.
So you're the go-to person, aren't you?
Yeah,
so
these days, like I've been,
skills, you can promote, you can, that's really amazing.
And it's like we had very successful 2 events, and Ian has been very kind as well, like coming and interviewing and promoting our work, the exhibition, the IACP events via the ALB UK TV, and also like interviewing the participants and the YouTube channels as well, UPF.
Yeah. Okay, so finally, because time is up against us today as well.
Right.
If we come back to the corporate for the minute, what is the one golden rule if a corporate wants to take on communications they should never forget? Is it, for example, never forget the single person, don't look at the community, look at the single person? What is the, when you're writing a message for something, for a corporate, what's in your head that you want to get out there?
Yeah, I just flip my role in my head, because I start to putting myself as an audience. I put audience or the reader, because of course I'm communicating messages from the organization or the corporate house, wherever I work, but at the same time I need to think from their perspective, what the message is going and how they are perceiving. That is important. So the most important thing is not to forget the audience. Engagement is a key. If it's a one-sided communication, that is just like a radio or the television. I'm not saying it's not good, but in order for any organization to be able to connect with the audience, two-sided communication is important, and engagement is the key. Of course, like even in the television and radio engagement, we see engagement through various methods. Of course, like when we go broader and wider way, but we need to check at times like how our messages is going. So that's why we do surveys, we do communication research, and then find out like how we are being perceived, what the messages are being sent out, and how the audience is interacting with us. We can't do it daily in the bigger, larger media, but we do at times, and then see the messaging. We use all kind of research too with the analytics, whether it's social media analytics using, if you are going the messaging through the website, we do the use the Google Analytics, Google AdWords, like we check all the analytics from there. Also doing the media research, press briefings, press clips as well. So we need to do all kind of thing at the same time. And as I said, like audience is the key. We shouldn't be forgetting whatever message we are developing. We are not developing in vacuum. We are developing for the audience. That's the key thing we shouldn't be forgetting.
Can I just ask something really? No, it's just something that was going through my mind. Do you meet many people that have large egos that maybe are getting in the way of their messaging? Because you were saying how the audience is so important, obviously. But I was just curious as to whether you've come across that, because you're very much crossing the T's, dotting the I's, and doing all the research, which takes up such a lot of time. And I was curious whether you met people who it was more about the ego rather than the message.
You mean the audience part?
Yes.
Actually, in my own experience, like they will be more happy actually when we do the research, when we connect with them, when we ask them what is their need, what they want actually. So when we connect with them, the connection will be more stronger. And then we build more community. I never felt like having any ego or anything like that with the audience. Like they want actually that. Because the difficult thing is we can't go to each audience or each individual. That's the difficult part. But we need to grab as much as attention we could. So but I never came across any kind of ego or something like that. But I always felt they actually want to be part of the media, part of their own voice to be considered or given equal importance.
Okay. So finally, how can people get in contact with you?
Yeah, in my email address, it's sangystrestha@hotmail.com.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you so much for your time today. Again, another wonderful guest, and I know we'll be working more with you in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. It's always wonderful to talk to you. Thank you so much.
See you again. Thank you. And now we have the beautiful Jessica Pliskin with us, a current semi-finalist of Miss England. Welcome.
Hello,
thank you so much. And you're so much more as well. And so please do tell us about all your endeavours.
So I'm a recent graduate. I actually graduated 3 days ago, I think.
Very good.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
With the mortarboard and the gown and everything. Oh, there we go. Did you throw it up in the air?
I did, yes. I wore this dress as well, actually.
Very good.
Beautiful.
Yeah. I just graduated from my master's in physics. Hopefully to do a PhD next year.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I'm also working in the fashion industry, so I'm doing modelling right now as well.
And I know it's very important, with what you're doing with the PhD, because your mother was also a physicist as well. But unfortunately, she died. And one of your main issues this year is to try and get mammograms being used and being offered for ladies, I think, under 50 now. Is that correct?
Yeah, so the NHS provides free mammograms once every 3 years for women that are over 50. It's actually the age range of 50 to 71. And so you can get a free mammogram within those age, but actually women do need it before then, because my mum got diagnosed with cancer when she was in her early 40s.
Gosh.
And so she obviously she wasn't offered any free mammograms. And if they had found it earlier, they would have been able to get rid of it. But because they found it very late, they
And
weren't.
I think we're showing, as you can see, a photograph of your mother as well.
It's me and my mum.
Oh,
What are your memories? Because that it is obviously it's very tough for parents, but it's obviously very tough for children as well. So, you know, and it's. Do you think it's inspired you for the work that you're trying to do now?
Yeah, it definitely has inspired me. A lot of what I've done in life has inspired me because of my mum. For instance, she was a physicist, which is why I studied physics. It kind of helped me understand her, and yeah, it's really helped me in life to understand life. And I'm really grateful for her pushing me down that path. She didn't push me, but like I wanted to go down that path to try and follow in her footsteps a bit. So yeah.
marvellous. And so your Beauty with Purpose is the trying to push the mammograms.
Yes, that's my Beauty with a Purpose project. So for Miss World, each contestant needs to have a beauty with a purpose, so that the competition isn't just about beauty anymore, it's also about doing other things such as charity work or trying to inspire future generations. And so my Beauty with a Purpose is to try and create free mammograms for women under 50. That's my ultimate goal. And this charity was set up in my mum's memory, so it's called the Emma Foundation in memory of her, because her name was Emma. And yeah, so we have 3 main aims. One of the aims is to create a standardized breast checking procedure that people can do at home and make it simple and easy to follow, so that it can be taught in institutions such as schools or companies to help women find it by themselves. Another aim of ours is to increase our online presence so that people can interact with it online and learn information that they might not find every day about things like this. And our third goal is to raise enough funding that we can one day get our own mobile mammogram unit, so we can travel around the country and we can provide free mammograms for women that can't access it easily on the NHS.
Marvellous, that's really good. I've seen you as well on a few shows, which is great, talking about, because in interviews they always want to say straight away about, you know, Miss World and just the beauty aspect. Yeah. And I know that you were standing up for, you know, obviously the purpose side of things, and obviously you doing your PhD is in nuclear physics, am I correct there? Which sounds incredible.
Yes.
I wish I had that kind of brain, but not quite. But so wonderful. And your fashion side of things is really, really interesting, because again, I've seen you on the catwalk in different countries. If you were able to enlighten us.
Can I just ask one subsequent question? How tall are you? Because to be quite honest, folks, we've just had to
move the camera.
Move the camera.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
So I'm 5'10".
Okay.
Yeah, very tall for a woman.
Very lucky, wonderful.
So you were talking about fashion.
Fashion, yeah. So the sort of runway fashion or any kind of fashion, which is very exciting. But I've seen some wonderful catwalk things in. I think I saw Seoul, if I was right. I don't know.
Yeah. So I've wanted to do modelling ever since I was a little girl. I used to play online games where I would get people together and I'd do fashion shows online games. So I've wanted to do it ever since I was a child. And then I did some modelling quite low-key for about 5 years, because when I was 17 years old, myself and my friend, we were on the London Underground and we got scouted by a modelling agency. Yeah, and my friend, she went and auditioned. I actually didn't audition. But then I applied for another modelling agency about a year later. And so I've been doing it quite low-key for a while, but taking part in the Miss England competition has actually really helped my modelling career an insane amount. And that's one of the reasons I want to do it again, because I realised how much of an amazing opportunity being a part of such a prestigious organisation like Miss England is, and the opportunities it can provide. So last year I did quite well. I made it to the top 12 of Miss England, and from there a Korean company, they invited myself and some other finalists to South Korea, where we did some modelling and we did Seoul Fashion Week there. And from there I've had lots of other opportunities, like I did Paris Fashion Week. I'm going to be doing London Fashion Week in September. I've also been offered a job in China, which is really exciting.
Wow, completely
Yeah.
international.
Yeah.
How important is a competition like Miss England to actually support your principal aim of mammograms as well? Do you think Miss England gives you a platform that people will listen to you even more?
Yeah, it really does. And that's one of the most exciting parts of being a part of the the Miss England organisation, is that there are so many people willing to support you, there's so much attention, and you can launch whatever you want from there, whatever you want to create. You're given such a supportive community that you can create it. And so many amazing things have come from competitions like this. So many charities have been founded, so many careers have taken off because of the people they meet. And it's a really amazing organisation to be a part of, and I'm really glad that I get to be a part of it again this year.
Would you recommend young girls who, it is ambition in one way, isn't it? But who really have a purpose in life, do you think that something like Miss England actually gives you that platform?
Yes, it definitely does give you that platform. If you have anything close to your heart, like I do, about helping people with similar conditions to what my mum suffered from, it really provides you with the community, the resources, the knowledge to get it started. Because we can have these ideas of how to, I really want to make a charity, but how do we actually do it? Especially as a young girl, it's quite hard to know how to do it all. But when you're given such a supportive community, you are able to make more progress, and it really helps your ideas come to life.
Gosh, from a self-esteem point of view, I'm just thinking of younger girls that maybe are a little bit nervous about, teaching and applying, etc. I mean, do you feel like enormous growth it's given you like a boost?
Yeah, I really do. If you ask a lot of people from last year about me, they probably think, oh, she was a bit nervous. But this year, I think I'm so much more confident. Even ask Angie, I think she'll tell you how much my confidence has changed just from being a part of an organisation like this. You do so much more public speaking. You also get more self-esteem in yourself. So in the Miss England competition, there's a makeup-free round. I'm not sure if you've heard of it. Yes. And so that round, people compete without any makeup on, and it makes you love your natural face, your natural beauty. We do a makeup-free catwalk, which is just a bit of fun, where we all strut down and do fun poses. And we do a makeup-free photo shoot. So it's really good for empowering you and helping you grow your confidence, this competition.
And obviously, this year, unfortunately, Miss England has been attacked, the competition. In fact, I actually defended on Channel 5 the Miss England competition a little while ago. How, should girls of your age group, they're going into a competition like that, but do they really, the values that you're seeing now, because in the past it was seen as some sort of, marketplace, but how do you feel personally now about, the brand of Miss England?
I feel really proud to represent the brand of Miss England, because even just the contestants that I'm with, I look around and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's an aerospace engineer, there's a computer scientist, there's someone who works for the NHS. I just feel so lucky to even be in the same position as all these women, to be almost like colleagues with them, I guess, in a way. So I feel really proud to represent it. And I know that historically beauty competitions, they've got a lot of controversy because it's kind of like about or beauty is all that matters, but it's really not like that anymore in the Miss England competition. There's no more of the swimsuit round, and the judging consists of so many different things. It consists of an interview we do, it consists of our charity work, it consists of, there's also an eco-friendly round where we promote upcycling and helping the environment. There's so much more to this pageant than it appears on the surface. And I think for people to assume that Miss England is just really shallow, they just don't know enough about it.
You're a great ambassador. I was just thinking it's almost like it's empowering, but it's also like an education, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
From A to Z, which is really interesting.
I spoke to someone and he described it as a finishing school for young
I
women.
can see that.
Yeah, because it teaches you a lot of things that you don't learn in school or university. Like, I've learned how to do a lot of maths equations at university, but in Miss England I've learned how to do marketing, I've learned how to communicate with people in the real world, I've learned public speaking, it's helped my confidence, things that you don't learn by sitting at a desk, but are just as important as school and university. So if any young woman came and asked me, should I do Miss England? I would say 100%.
Now then, I was shocked the other day. I was shocked because now Miss England has started doing AI imagery.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, what on earth is going on? Please explain.
Yeah, so there's a really exciting new round where it's about creating an AI avatar of you. So what we do is we go into the studio. I haven't done it yet, but so you will go into the studio and they will take like 360s of you in different outfits, and then they'll create an AI avatar of you. And then this AI avatar can say and can move and do anything that they just code it to do. And so that does sound a bit scary, but we do still have rights over what our avatar can do. So if we say we do not want our avatar doing that, they can't do that.
Right.
So we do still have legal rights over it.
Gosh, is this Mirror Me? Or
Yeah,
is
it's
it,
Mirror
it is
Me,
Mirror Me,
yeah.
yeah.
That's the company.
I was just thinking because the other application, which I think is more serious, AI now is coming into medicine as well in a big way. How do you think AI might be able to help your campaign for really earlier mammograms? Is there a way of actually using AI in that principle as well?
Yeah, for sure. There's definitely ways to incorporate it into most areas of our life, I think. So it can help with marketing, for sure. It can help with promotions. It can help with pretty much most jobs these days.
Yeah.
So definitely we'll be using it.
Excellent.
Amazing. And just quickly, did I see you doing a TEDx talk?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, that was really fun, that one.
What did you discuss? What was your topic?
So mine was about the importance of the representation of women in industries where women are underrepresented. And so I mainly spoke about my personal experience, which was obviously my mum represented women in science for me, and she made it seem obtainable and like kind of normalized women in that industry for me. And so I myself pursued a career in physics, whereas a lot of women growing up, especially my age, we didn't really see any female physicists. Like, I can probably name a few, but I can name so many male physicists. Yeah. But I myself had my mum as a role model, and so that really empowered me to follow that industry. And so I just really spoke about how important it is for young women to have female role models so that they can think that these industries where they're not represented, they can enter them and that it's obtainable and it's not like some big scary place, and it is something that we can do.
Finally, what is your vision? What's your personal vision for the future? Where does Jess want to get to?
Well, that is a very complicated question for a graduate. But for this year, I'm going to be working in the fashion industry and traveling. The year afterwards, I will be doing a PhD. I'm thinking of doing it in nuclear medicine, which is quite exciting. And then after that, I would probably try and get a career in the nuclear medicine industry, hopefully. And yeah, we will see what happens. I'm not completely sure where my life will go, but I have things that I like, and I will try and follow those and see what happens.
Absolutely.
Great stuff. Oh, it's so lovely. And you travelled a fair distance to see us, so we're so thankful.
Absolutely.
And we will follow your journey.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So how can people get in contact with you now?
They can get in contact with me through my Instagram, which is __Jessabella__, or my email, which is jessica.pliskin@hotmail.co.uk for anything to do with helping with setting up the mammograms charity, or anything to do with the modelling industry, or anything to do with physics industry.
And no doubt, obviously, as well, with Miss England, I mean,
Yes, Miss England.
you know, that they will be able to contact you as well. Jessica, thank you so much. You look wonderful.
Thank
You have a wonderful story, and I really hope you have a great future as well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
There we go. How insightful and inspiring.
This has been an incredible
Lots of
journey today again, isn't it? We're
Birthday
learning so
fun,
much today.
Communications.
Absolutely.
Oh, fun and games.
And I think we might even have a bit of breaking royal news as
There
well.
is royal breaking news in. There is, again, there's investigations, more investigations going on. Now, this is to do with Highgrove, and we've heard that gardeners are revolting, as in they're not revolting, they are sort of all throwing their tools on the ground and saying, we're not having this anymore. So what's happened, it's been whispered that something like 11 out of 12 of the gardeners at Highgrove have left since 2022. I actually don't think that's too unreasonable, actually. And this is to do with the fact that King Charles is quite picky. And the gardeners are saying the work is very, very tough. King Charles is very particular in what he likes and wants achieved, and they are not paid a huge amount. But I have to say they are paid over the minimum wage, so that's good news. What we do know about Highgrove is something like 40,000 people plus, come along and they want to see the beautiful gardens. Obviously, King Charles is the mind behind them, and he really drives that look. But quite interesting to see what's going to happen. What do you think? I mean, I have to say, gardeners, it's quite a, you can imagine it being quite a high turnover of staff.
Well,
it's not unusual, really.
It's always said at Highgrove that people go to Highgrove and they see Charles in the garden cutting.
Working hard
on the garden
Absolutely.
himself. So he's always much in that.
They
so
are stunning.
I think, with Highgrove, he will sort things out. He always does.
I think it's a bit of a story there, but it is breaking news nevertheless.
He's an ambassador at Santa. And something else which I found fascinating, and I haven't even sort of spoken to Helen about it, but I was listening to a programme over the weekend, and they had a lip reader on this programme.
Yeah.
And so they were lip reading what royals were saying over the generations. Now, Helen and I covered William and Kate's royal wedding. We were there as photographs, but we were also there then doing interviews at the same time. And so there's a very famous shot that Helena shot of Kate and William in the carriage, and they're just about to leave the Abbey itself, Westminster Abbey. And Kate is saying something to William. Now, this lip reader said, this is what Kate actually said. She turned to William and said, "Please say you love me." This is what the lip reader said. And William said in return, "I will always love you." So there we go. I just found that fascinating that lip readers like that, and there was a whole gambit
There was.
of lip reading situations as well.
Quite salacious ones as well. I have to say.
Absolutely. So anyway, we won't go into that anymore. But again, as always, I would just like to thank a few people. I think we would like to thank USA Global TV and Helena Chard for producing the show and really helping us out constantly with the USA Global TV and radio, and Dr. Jacqueline Kovac as well. So we're very grateful to both parties to actually getting this show out across the world. Is there anything finally you'd like to say?
I think we've said it, haven't we?
We have.
I think there's enough there, but we're looking forward to next week. And obviously, as always, if any viewer would like to know anything or wants to drop us a line or has a story to share, we'd love to hear from you.
So, from me, Ian Pelham Turner,
And myself, Helena Chard.
stay tuned, stay happy, and we'll see you next week. Bye for
Take
now.
care.